Hello and welcome to Discover Easton. Today we are going to discover Easton in a very nice way because beside me here is Rob Goodrich, the president of Lions Club, and John Morgan of Lions Club. And anyway, so we're going to talk about what's going on with the Easton Lions Club, especially with a very exciting weekend coming up.
Give you a little background on the Easton Lions. We've been serving the community continuously since 1931 with over 150 members. We are the largest gathering of philanthropic heart and hand people in town. If you are searching for a way to serve the community and you want to have fun doing it, I would encourage you to check us out, perhaps come to a meeting or two and join the Lions Club. We try to bring the community closer together while serving people in need. We often raise funds in doing so, and 100% of the proceeds, minus expenses of course, go directly to charities, whether they be Lions-related charities or Easton community-related charities. And so, yeah, we're here primarily to talk about the holiday festival.
We are.
Which is something you have overseen for like over 30 years.
Something in that range. Yeah.
He's a glutton. He's a glutton for punishment. Yeah. He really is.
Well, we are celebrating our 37th year of the Holiday Festival this year. It's amazing that it's been going on for that long, and you think about some of the stalwart Lions. And the concept of the event, seasonal holiday event, a big party we help throw for our town. And we've kept that theme. We've tried different things as we work to engage with our community and entertain our community, but also help share awareness about our organization and what we do. And Rob picked up on one of the key points that got me involved in this organization over 30 years ago, and then that is the philanthropic aspect. We look at ourselves really as a collection of do-gooders who deeply care about this community and are interested in bringing value back into this community. To Rob's point, 100% community efforts go back into that community, and that's important to me. There's, you know, Rob's not pulling a big salary here, and it's in any
it's
of the
big fat goose egg.
All of the operational expenses that we have come out of our personal pockets. But if you are interested in getting involved in an organization where we have a lot of fun, meet some new friends and reacquaint some old ones, give us a thought. EastonLions.org is our website. You'll find a lot of interesting information about who we are and what we do, and we're proud of the role we share in Easton and of the brand we've created. And the Holiday Festival in some ways is an embodiment of that. We have the opportunity through this event to touch the community and see a lot of smiles, especially on the little ones' faces.
You know, and I remember way back 37 years ago when it started, that was incredible. And just the way the community got together and they were going to light the tree at the Rockery. It was a big, big thing 37 years ago, and just everybody from everywhere just in the town came, and it was like just old-fashioned community. This is wonderful. I loved it. And then the tree lit up, and it was like, yay! And we sang, and it was just a wonderful thing, and the hot chocolate, and the vendors, and everything. It's just I just remember that saying, Easton, it's just a very unique town. And the Lions Club, really, you have done so much to keep that community going. You know what I mean? It's just so, the involvement is incredible. It's great, but it's good for not only the young kids that are running around wanting to go on the Santa sleigh and everything, but it's for the older people too, because of all the venues that you have, and it's just great. It's just a great time. And so, where is it held? I mean, I know where it's held, but if you could tell them.
Please, I'd be glad to elaborate on that a little bit. We've always focused our activities on the Rockery section of town. And you mentioned, Gail, the lighting, and the original inception of this was the Holiday Festival of Lights, decorating and lighting the trees at the Rockery Cairn there in Northeastern Village. About 25 years ago, that cairn changed. The monies were spent on bringing that cairn back to how it would have looked when Olmsted designed it back in 1881. So we lost some of the trees, and Lions member Lee Williams helped us fund a little bit different approach to that lighting. So the lighting itself has evolved through some different phases over those years, but it really the holiday festival has become the main theme that ties that event together. So certainly the lighting is a big part of it. All the events taking place in the Rockery area. One of our stalwart partners, the Oak Saints Memorial Hall, is a focal point of that activity. In many ways, a central point of where we do events and entertainment for that holiday festival overall. In recent years, we've expanded the footprint a bit. Bringing in the Italian gardens and the bocce court area, where we've got s'mores going on all day with fire pits on Saturday. Wow. So come down and enjoy some s'mores on us and get into the holiday festive spirit.
That's great. I mean, it's just, why not, right?
Let me talk a bit, if I may, Gail, about the schedule of events. Yeah. One of the things that we used as our guidelines this year was to try to bring the festival back to some of the things that it had become known for when my family's children were growing up in town. And that was more of the things that were child-centric. So we've got a mix of activities going on. If I may, I'll roll through what the calendar of events looks like for this year. We've brought back a Friday night event, and this is in collaboration with the Oak Saints Memorial Hall. They're hosting an event called Dancing with the Divas.
And it is going to be so much fun. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
you are going to be there, aren't you?
It is going to be, yes, it's going to be so much fun because they had, last year they had the dance, and I cannot tell you how much fun that was. I mean, everybody was so excited and happy. And it was like, that place was just alive. You know what I mean? It was just fantastic. It was so much fun. You have to attend this. It's great. Anyway,
well, the Thursday,
I had to throw that in. It was so
well,
much
the
fun.
Friday night event does a great job in kicking off this weekend.
Yes.
And so Dancing with the Divas, it was a group I wasn't familiar with. So went onto their website and looked at some of their videos. What a high energy group. This is a group of 5 vocalists who are backed up by a 7-piece band. And they are good at getting you up out of your seat and doing some serious dancing. So I encourage anyone who's interested in participating, go onto the website, the Dancing with the Divas. They've got some video activity on that, and you'll get an idea of what you're in store for on Friday night, December 1st. Now, at the event, it's taking place at the hall, and your $50 ticket per person gets you admission to the event. There are going to be hors d'oeuvres prepared there. I think they're being provided by the Farmer's Daughter, who are working with that. Shoveltown Brewery will be there selling their wares, and there's going to be a big dance floor opened up, and the music covers a broad genre, but it's really focused on 60s and 70s music, as I recall. So plenty of good dance music and a lot of fun. So that's the inaugural ball, if you will, of the holiday festival. So that'll roll into the Saturday activities. And we're going to start things up about noontime on Saturday. We'll have the Lions Club cooking out front with French fries and fried dough, hamburgers, hot dogs. There'll be chili, hot chocolate, coffee, sodas. That'll start rolling about noontime. We'll have bouncy houses, trackless train, a hay wagon that'll be rolling around. Santa's house will be in position then on the cairn of the Rockery. We'll have and a low price for ticket sales for not just the food, but also for the rides and activities out there. Over at the bocce courts, there's going to be a handful of fire pits where you can roast marshmallows and make s'mores if you like. And that provides just such a warm atmosphere. And what a beautiful way to extend the reach of the festival into one of the unsung treasures of our community in that area, the Italian gardens and the bocce courts. And I'm amazed how many residents have not ventured back there, right behind the library. If you haven't had a chance to get back there and investigate it, you'll find it a short walk and time well spent.
Beautiful.
Then during the day on Saturday, within the hall on the first floor, we'll have a crafter event in the larger room, the gallery of the Oak Saints Memorial Hall. There'll be a dozen and a half vetted crafters selling handmade items. In the parlor of the first floor, we're going to have a pop-up thrift store that'll give folks an idea of what we're selling down at the thrift store, and an opportunity to do a little browsing, because the thrift store will be closed that day, as a lot of our manpower efforts will be focused down at the Rockery area. On the second floor, from 2 till 4, It's all kids, all time, all activities. There will be Children's Museum will be there with gingerbread houses. Easton Women of Today are partnering with us for many aspects of this event for the holiday festival. Wow. They'll be doing, we'll have a balloon artist, face painting, cookie decoration, gingerbread house, holiday card decorations.
Oh, wow.
A lot of activity, all focused on the young and the young at heart. And then we'll roll out of that with Santa Claus coming in around 4:45 in the afternoon. So the activity focus will shift to out of doors. Santa's going to come in on a fire engine, and we'll have the lighting of the rockery somewhere around 4:45, depending on if sunset and how dark it is. And then we'll have Santa Claus and picture taking there at Santa's house on the rockery. That'll take us right up to around 6 o'clock or 6:15. Then the activity shifts back into the Oaks Ames Memorial Hall, where we're having an event take place on the second floor of the Oaks Ames Memorial Hall that is going to be family focused. And it's going to be a kids dance party that'll kind of evolve into more of an adult or older kids in the family dance party. There's an admission fee for that. It's $10 per person at the door. And that's going to host the band Four in a Row, which a lot of folks in the community understand. I think that's the band playing there, am I right?
Four in a Row is on Saturday, I mean on Sunday.
On Sunday, thank you for correcting me.
On Saturday it's Anna Marie Becerra's group, Dance Express. It's a partnership that we're having with them. And so they're bringing in all of the children that are associated with that group. And they're going to have holiday-oriented entertainment. And then following that, they'll have a DJ party as well.
That's the
a DJ party.
Yeah, all that for $10. Plus you get
really
pizza.
Pizza's included from Bill's House of
and you'll
Pizza,
get
right?
desserts, and there'll likely be something to drink there as well.
But, that's really good.
Yeah.
Wow,
Thank you.
good.
And then we'll wind things down 9:30ish on Saturday evening, and then ramp things right back up on Sunday morning. Scouts BSA Troop 193 is hosting their annual breakfast upstairs at the hall, and that'll start at 8:30 in the morning and run until 11. And for a $9 ticket, it's a buffet style breakfast. If folks have attended this in the past, you know it's a good feed. So invite folks to come up. You can purchase tickets at the door, or go to the Troop 193 website and get tickets through that, I believe. So that'll take us through 11 o'clock. Around noontime, we'll start things back up with the day 2 of the holiday festival. Staying within the Oaks Ames Memorial Hall, the crafters will be on the first floor and the pop-up thrift store as well. And then on the second floor, we'll have activities as well. There'll be a dance party there. And that's the one that I misspoke earlier.
And that's after the parade.
That's after the parade.
Okay.
So we'll shift then back outside. Our parade is staging at NRT Sheep Pasture. We're asking participants to show up for 2 aspects of that event. The Rain Dog Parade, Gus and Nancy Arms Memorial Rain Dog Parade. Bob Kuna is organizing that, and he's asking participants in that to show up about 11:40. There will be a judging. We're asking other participants to start gathering at the sheep pasture around noon. For people who are being dropped off, please use the 307 Main Street entrance. That's across from the plaza where Corfinio's is, for example. And walk in through that entrance. We're staging down by the new barn at sheep pasture. And we'll have all the participants of the parade lined up there. The parade will kick off at 12:30, led by our fire department, and then our Lions, and then all the other participants. So it's no appointment necessary. Just show up with whomever and whatever you've got. We've got people showing up in antique cars and old hay wagons and horse-drawn vehicles and golf carts and pull-behind carts. So anything and everything goes. Costumes are welcome, and that'll roll into Northeastern Village, the Rockery area, somewhere around 1:10, 1:15. And of course, at that time, we'll have our food wagon going, selling all the food. We'll have music taking place there. Of course, the bouncy houses, the amusements will all be taking place, and Santa Claus will be in the parade, of course. And then that activity will roll right on back up into the hall for the event of the afternoon. And that's where we'll have the Four to the Row Band playing. And that's, I believe, is a $5 admission.
We'll have a climbing wall. So for those of you that want to test your skills, you can do that. Also, Easton Women of Today, it's a very highly energetic group.
Absolutely.
And they're very innovative. They're going to be overseeing the scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt.
Yes. So we've partnered up with local businesses, and the kids will have a map, and they'll be asked to go and find certain things, and they get like little tokens that they put in their map, and then they bring it back. And if they complete it, then they get a gift.
Oh boy.
The Easton Women of Today as well will bring a slice of Whoville, Grinch's Whoville, to the town of Easton. And a number of them are going to dress up as characters from Whoville, including, what was her name, Cindy Lou, and perhaps the Grinch. And they'll have an old fire truck there as well, so that'll be kind of neat to check out.
Wow, so much! I can't believe this. This is a lot. Wait, I just have a quick question.
Sure.
So, weather. So, does it still continue pending weather?
It is.
Still right through, no matter what.
We're ignoring Mother Nature for this event.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
We're New Englanders. We can do that.
That's right. Following up on Rob's comments about Easton Women of Today and partnering with us on this, they've brought us some energy and new ideas. And one of the things that they're doing is they've helped us with some crowdsourcing to help fund this. You know, the biggest cost expenditure of this event is the lighting of the rockery. And we outsource that to a private company. And they're helping us with some crowdfunding on that through a Venmo account they've set up. So encourage people to look at Easton Women of Today on Facebook. And if you're willing to contribute a few dollars into that to help offset the cost of that lighting, we'd appreciate that as well, to help make that more of a group participation event for our town.
Wow. Are there any other ways that people can help out with the weekend? Do you need volunteers for anything? Anything specific?
Teed up for you, Rob.
Like food or anything like that? Clean up?
Well, preparing a volunteer schedule has been my duty for the last 8 years or so. Now I'm going to have to pull back a little bit from that because I have other responsibilities as the club's president. But in compiling the spreadsheet, we've got over 250 two-hour shifts that need to be filled. So
Really?
if you are looking to volunteer for any of the activities, please contact us. You can visit our website and you can contact me directly at president@eastonlions.org, and I'll feed it over to our manpower coordinator, who's Jerry Meckler of this year.
Okay.
We lean very heavily on Oliver Ames School sports clubs, which have provided us with great support in the past, and clubs as well.
Nice.
So I put out a call to 11 different entities with more to follow, and I'm fairly confident that they'll step up to the plate as they have in years past.
Oh, that's great. No, that's really good. Wow.
Gail, an event like this has a budget that's many, many thousands of dollars. And it takes a lot of bodies, but some dollars to put this type of event on.
Yeah.
And that's not possible without the support of some tremendous organizations and individuals in this town. Our premier sponsor for the Holiday Festival is Northeastern Savings Bank, and they've partnered with us for literally decades in supporting this, and we wouldn't be able to make this happen without them.
Wow.
And they've been joined by a number of other organizations and individuals in our community who have contributed both large and small to different aspects of the overall funding for this event. Douglas A. King Builders has stepped up with us, Easton Women of Today, Dance Express, J.M. Pet Resort, SD Pet Services, Collision Doctors, the folks like Walnut Tree Service, and then individual families, the Mallers family, the Somers family, Narcasian family, folks like Nancy Sullivan and Bob Kuna and the Parkers have made contributions to help in our club and in our community for making this thing happen. So we very much appreciate that contribution in the investment of funding as well as energy and ideas, and we welcome more. So we invite folks to come visit us at eastonlions.org. We've got a landing page there for the Holiday Festival. We've got a list of the activities that will be taking place throughout the weekend. We ask you to support our sponsors, and there will be more coming on as we continue to seek funding to help support this event. Most importantly, we thank the community of Easton, for supporting our Lions and participating in these sorts of events. So come on down, the weekend of the December 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Have a blast, create some memories, and enjoy a kickoff to this wonderful holiday season in our lovely community of Easton.
Wow, well said. Thank you very much. I think you targeted every point. I'm looking forward to it. It really is amazing. It's just, and you know what's really good about it too is that you would think a big festival like this would be chaotic, right? For some reason, you all pull it off so well where people, crowd control and everything's good. You know, everything's just it flows nicely and there's no major incidents going on. It's just really
Well, I'm glad we
it's
hide
very
the
good.
chaos well.
It's
I haven't
organized
seen
chaos,
it.
you know?
Organized chaos, yeah. Because I haven't seen it. It's just, I think I'll go get a hamburger and I just go and, I know, right, to pay no attention. But I'm impressed. So thank you very much for all your work. And because it's all
We're proud to
volunteer
do it.
work that you do.
That's
You know,
right.
it's just amazing that you do that.
It is, and we're always looking for more volunteers. So you don't need to be a Lion to participate or
Good
to
to know.
volunteer.
So that's good to know. Yeah.
You can reach out to us through our website. My email is jon.morgan@eastonlions.org. Feel free to reach out to me. Or just show up on the weekend. We'll find a place to plug you in and have some fun.
Oh, that's good.
And at the very least, come down and have some fried dough.
You got to have the fried dough.
Hello and welcome to Easton News. I'm Joe Taft.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The town of Easton is undertaking a crucial public safety and public works facilities replacement project to enhance essential services for the community.
Community events.
Mark your calendars and get your costumes ready. The Easton Food Pantry will be hosting a Halloween parade.
And sports.
Boys soccer stayed hot, defeating Stoughton 2-1. That was the team's 5th straight division title and 4th in a row in the Davenport.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
Join us
For Easton News.
playing 6 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Hello everybody and welcome to the official first episode of Eatin' with ECAT. My name is Joseph Taft.
I'm Jack Ryan.
And I'm Abby Kishnam.
We are, in fact, your co-hosts, and we are determined to bring you all the big eats that you can handle. So listen, if you're a foodie, you're not going to want to miss any of the action. Check out our website, www.eastoncat.org, or find us on social, at EastonCat, to find this episode on demand.
Oh, you're going down, Kishnam. You're going down. You're going down.
I got through the foam, and I'm getting a little more down to the... It's like...
The fact that there's jelly in this just unsettles me.
A Reuben sandwich is the best sandwich out. The sauerkraut mixed with the Thousand Island and the rye bread.
This is something I have never seen before.
We're good. We're all family here.
Where does the ice cream begin?
Big
and
bite.
The whipped cream. And
Here we go. My name is Harrison Young, and after 13 years of talk show experience, I seek to bring you the best in interviews with some of the very best guests around, including, and here we are, experts.
I've seen thousands of demons actually come out of the mirror one time.
Wow. Musical guests and artists.
If I say how I feel, would you really listen?
And interesting characters of all types.
I threw that kid across the classroom. Look, he didn't try that ever again.
Wow. Join me at Topic Time on your Easton cable station anytime they want to play it. And from what I understand, that's quite a few times a day. And I love it.
There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people, and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then.
Hi, I'm Ron Van Dam. I've been in radio for 3 decades now and have been doing a daily podcast-style show for a few years. But once a week, I come to the ECAT studio where they give me wine and cheese, and I do a TV version of the podcast. I talk about what's going on in the world and in the area and give my opinions on things. And these adults are being slaughtered. Like every there's heads rolling all over the place and blood and guts. I mean, if that happened in your neighborhood, it would not be considered entertainment for the family. Wednesday, we're doing arms. Thursday, we're doing ears. And Friday is my physical workout dental day, where I work my teeth. I realize that I can never be the Pope like I wanted to be, because apparently they don't interview for that. You just kind of become one. So tune in to see me move my mouth while I talk. Who knows? We might have something in common. Probably not, but you never know. I find that the consumption of alcoholic beverages makes this show that much better. Catch my show here, The Ron Van Dam Show, right here on ECAT.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of For the Love of Words. After a 3-year hiatus, join me, John Holgerson, and
Priscilla Almquist Olsen,
as we interview poets and musicians. Could you give the audience a little summary of your background as a child?
When I turned 7 or so, we were car bombed. That stuck out.
And have them share their love of words.
Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me?
A thin broth of moonlight caught in the trees spreads across the garden brush, so one side of every stick shimmers while the other sides melt into one another, a mass grave of cherry, pear, and pine.
For the Love of Words at 7 p.m. on Thursdays.
Hi, I'm Jen from Fantasy Crafts. Turn your average household items into fun for the whole family. Let your imagination run wild. It was my decision. You be quiet over there. Fantasy Crafts playing Monday at 3 p.m., Wednesday at 1 p.m., only at ECAT.
And I like that you mentioned you can show up and volunteer, because sometimes people, they're not sure whether they're going to be available, and then all of a sudden they are. So that shouldn't stop them from volunteering.
Absolutely not. And if you can afford an hour, that's lovely. We'll take that.
And there's always something, right? There's always something to do.
Yeah. So the focal point for volunteers to show up is at the ticket booth, which is smack dab in the center of where all the activities are. So just make known that you would like to volunteer, and then they will get a hold of the manpower coordinator, who will plug you in a suitable location.
Oh, that's good to know, because otherwise I wouldn't know where to. Because if it's last minute, you can't just email. So that's good. Oh, that's great. Wow. I mean, the Lions Club, though, how long has the Lions Club, and this particular Lions Club, you said 1931?
1931. So we've been serving the community for over 92 years, which isn't typical. A lot of Lions Clubs, they prosper for a certain period of time. They may flounder, and then their Lions Clubs no more, and then they recharter them as well. So there's interrupted service, but Easton, for 92 years solid, has had a Lions Club. And the impressive thing is for a town that is so small demographically, 24,000 people in Easton, we've got over 150 members. So we're one of the largest clubs in New England. So we're larger than like Boston's Lions
Club
that's
impressive.
And some of the others. And there's great synergy there. And it's one of the things that I had actually moved to Easton from Paris, France. I was serving a diplomatic tour there at the time, and so I was holding a yard sale because I had all my stuff from storage coming. I was like, well, we don't need this, we don't need that, and so an elderly Lion came over, and this was his shtick. He liked doing that. He would say, hey, you're new to the community, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, you'd like to get to know people in the community better, wouldn't you? So he's like, yeah, come to a meeting. So I went to a meeting, and even though it's a bit awkward, you not knowing anybody and everything like that, they really made me feel welcome, and I recognized very quite quickly how much of a special group of people it really was. I mean, people that really cared about other people and cared about each other. So I I joined, and I stuck with them. I had interrupted service because I had to go back out overseas with my government job, but when I came back, I promptly joined. And so I've been a Lion since 2011, but before that it was a 4-year period when I was here in Easton.
Oh, okay. Wow, that says something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't met one person that's been on Lions Club that says, oh, not going to do that again. No, they all are staying with it. There's something about it. And it's not just networking, you know what I mean? It's not just, get to know each other, so you're business guy. No. It's all about you're in it together to help, right? And to help people in the community. And I think I know that eye research used to be the main thing. Is
I'm
it
glad
still
you brought that up.
or?
So in 1925, Helen Keller was invited to speak at the Lions Club International Convention, and unbeknownst to the Lions, likely, she used her speech as an opportunity of throwing down the gauntlet and saying, "You Lions who are so strong, proud, and noble." Back then we were all men's. Now we're we're co-ed for sure, and a lot of the women do the preponderance of the work. But at any rate, at that moment, she threw down the gauntlet. She said, "Will you please help us, help the blind?" And back then, blind illnesses were much more prevalent in society. She said, "Will you become Knights of the Blind?" And so we picked up the gauntlet, and we became the Knights of the Blind. But since then, there are other charitable causes: diabetes prevention, hearing loss, hearing impaired, natural disasters. We worked with Bill's House of Pizza earlier this year, and we had a fundraiser where we managed to earn $4,500 over a day period. We helped Bill's crew make pizza, deliver pizza, and so forth, and we sent it out to the Maui Disaster Relief Fund.
Really?
And the year before that, we helped the tornado victims in Mayfield, Kentucky. But largely, our focus is Easton and the immediate environs of Easton. But occasionally, it'll transcend beyond that. But many different causes. Blindness prevention, visual impaired, that's near and dear to our heart. But there are many causes we endeavor to support.
Wow.
Let me springboard on that, if I may.
Sure.
We have a mobile device. We call it the Lions iMobile.
Yeah.
And it'll be at Queeset House on Saturday through the afternoon, and we'll be doing free screening for vision impairment, glaucoma testing, blood pressure analysis.
A story that one of the Lions members shared with me. He was in the vehicle, and someone came in, and the wife said, "Oh, why don't you get your eyes checked?" He's like, eh. And he got his eyes checked and found out there was a problem with his eyes that needed to be done. And he got it done, and had he waited, who knows what would have happened. And it was a free thing. He went in there. So it's really important. I think it's a really amazing thing that you're doing with that in itself.
Why do we keep coming back to the Lions? It's a lot of work, and it really it's what you put into it. You can put in as little or as much as you want as a club member. But I think Booker T. Washington put it best when he said, "Those who are happiest are those who do the most for others." So I think Lions, we tend to like to give more than receiving gifts. So it kind of puts us in a happy place, and we have fun doing it.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Boy, if I had more time, I'd probably sign up right now.
You don't need. Like I said, it could be as little or as much as you want.
Right,
yeah.
That's good.
It could be 1 2-hour shift per year, or you can put your heart and soul in it, and.
And one of the ways a lot of folks engage with us is through our joint effort at the Grange. So the thrift store at the Grange is a collaboration between the Grange and the Easton Lions, and we staff that every Saturday, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. The monies that the Lions Club derives from the Grange goes right back into the charitable works. We're a 501c3 charitable organization, and that's just another avenue for funding sourcing that we have that lets us do what we do, and that is give back to this community. And if folks haven't had a chance to come down to the Grange, you will find it to be the definition of eclectic. 3 floors. There are things in there that you don't know you need. So come down and check it out on any Saturday. You'll find it to be a neat place to rummage around, and you'll find some hidden gems, I promise you. And as Lee Williams used to say, I promise you, you won't pay too much.
Yeah, it's true. And the nice thing about the Grange too is when you go in there, you would think, oh, it's just, you know, it's going to be a headache because there's so much, you know. No, it's all neatly placed. It's actually a nice shopping experience. You go in and you go down cellar, you go here. It's just, it's very well done. And then how does one say they have something that is useful? How do they go about distributing?
We accept most any donation that you have. Certainly nothing perishable, but we take clothing, kitchen items, some appliances, some electronics. We don't do too well with upholstered furniture. Much of our clientele are folks who are living in apartments or small homes. So it tends to be those types of things that people enjoy. And we accept drop-offs on Saturday from 10 o'clock until noon, I believe, Rob. So you just come by. We're right next door to Buddy's Union Villa there on Washington Street. And we'll let you know if there's something that you're offering that might not be a good fit, but by and large, if it's in good condition, it's something that we think we can make a little bit on selling, we'll take it.
Wow, that's great. And it's just amazing because, you know, say you have you got a new puppy, and you know you want to get a little crate for it, but you know the dog's going to grow, and you don't want to spend the amount of money for a brand new one. Go to the Grange and you'll look downstairs and look at that.
That's right. We have a couple of inventory right now.
You do?
And a great collection of golf clubs.
Oh, I bet. Oh, my goodness.
From golf clubs to utensils. We've got it all.
And I didn't know that. I do remember seeing some clothing, but that made me think that, okay, there's some clothing
on the
too.
second floor. We've got clothing, men, women, and children as well.
Nice.
And then small appliances up there on the second floor.
Yeah, some jewelry.
Tremendous collection of CDs and DVDs and records. Vinyl is coming back, so we have folks rummaging through the record collection nonstop in there.
Yeah, we have a lot of repeat customers.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's got to be a good place if they keep coming back.
Oh no,
again
it's true.
and again.
Well, it keeps changing all the time.
That's a great point. If you see it and you like it, you better buy it because odds are it won't be there the next Saturday.
Yeah. Oh boy. And you know, you mentioned women in the Lions Club. Do you remember when women were allowed to come in? Not allowed, but
so that was 2002.
That's a number I would have hit.
Yeah. So I joined. My first stint was 2000 to 2004. So there was a little discussion, but you know, we made the right thing, and I mean, a lot of the women, you know, the wives of the guy members were actually doing a lot of the work. So we're like, why not? You know, bring them in. And you know, I would say at the time there were some very prominent female, all-female groups as well. So we were kind of a counterweight to that. So it wasn't, you know, it wasn't like we were being exclusive or anything like that. It was just the need was being met by other groups. But the Lions, like so many organizations, Lions Club International opted to change with the times and warmly welcome women. And our first female president was Nancy Sullivan in 2008. So here it is. They, you know, we allow them to come in 2003. By 2008, we have our first female president. Now the leadership track, it's like 4 years. So she very quickly entered the leadership track. And then during her tenure, we actually were recognized as the most outstanding club in the world. And so there are over 46,000 clubs throughout the world in over 200 nations in the world. So us in Little Easton, you know, we were recognized as the most outstanding club in the world. And in large part due to Nancy's leadership.
Oh, I don't doubt it one bit. Nancy, when you ask Nancy to do something, you better believe it's going to be done and then some. She has a way. She's amazing. But that, you know, because I do recall years and years ago, weren't there lionesses? So there was lions, and then there were lionesses, but they weren't part of the Lions Club, right?
Well,
They could be a lioness. What was that?
The structure started in 1917 with the Chicago Businessmen's Association under the prompting of a member of that group called Melvin Jones, whose namesake is our highest honor, Melvin Jones Award recipients. And we started out as an all-male club. And then in the 50s and 60s, there started being lioness clubs, women's clubs. And West Bridgewater, Massachusetts had one of the biggest in New England for years and years. So when the mandate came down from Lions International to blend, to keep that demarcation between men and women, there are still a few women's Lions clubs around, but they really rolled into being Lions Club organizations.
Oh, okay.
So, we're somewhere about a third of our membership. Is that fair to say, Rob? Is
that
women?
right? That's incredible.
And then we also have an organization, bear in mind, we're a volunteer organization, and we have outreaches to that organization called the Leo's Club. And Leo's exist in the high school, which has a tremendous organization club. Malathi is our leader of that organization, the adult representative, and they're highly engaged and active in our community as well. I don't know what the membership count is currently, but I believe it's in the
it's about 30, and recently Shaw's Supermarkets recognized their service by awarding them a $2,000 grant, which they promptly turned over to targeted charities.
Oh, isn't that something?
So it was a competitive vetting process, and they submitted paperwork detailing all the many different things that they're involved with, and Shaw's appropriately recognized them with the $2,000 grant.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Wow, talk about, that's amazing. Now, in the Leo Club, do you have to, you can be female to be in that too?
Yes,
or-
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, most of them are.
All right. Okay.
And it's a club, so it's through Oliver Ames High School. Yeah.
And there are Leo's clubs in many high schools and colleges around the
Okay.
country.
But it's under the umbrella of the Lions Club?
It is.
or-
It's
okay.
under that leadership and structure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lions Club International.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing, the things you learn about the Lions Club. I mean, because you see the signs around town and you see this, sponsored by Lions Club, da, 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 da. But when you really look at it, you're doing so many different things. And it's just, it's amazing. It really is. I mean, my father was in it, my brother's in it, and my son actually started a Lions Club in UMass Amherst when he went to college years and years ago.
Okay.
But he had a blast doing it. You know what I mean? It's just a really good organization, way to reach out to the community. I think it's fantastic. So, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's a great outlet, and like I said, you can put as little or as much as you want to put into it. So, just because the club is busy doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to suck all of your personal time. So, you pick and choose what you want to do.
Really.
And so, some of our members are like, hey, I'm all in on the golf festival.
Oh, okay. And that's what they do.
So that's what they do, and it
yeah.
happens one time a year, and they're very involved in that. And then other than that, you may or may not see them, at other activities and everything. But that's what makes us really, really good and keeps us going. So that way, we don't see our members burning out necessarily.
That is so important, because I know that some clubs, they have a list. They say, okay, if you want to be a member, you have to A, attend every single meeting. B, you have to participate in this many activities, and then you have to do this. And it's just, people say, I don't have the time.
Yeah.
But,
we only have two requirements. Number one is pay your dues, and the cost of our meals. We furnish meals at all of our meetings, are included in the dues. Yes.
Do you provide a meal at your meeting?
At a very reasonable cost.
Really?
Yeah, which are included in the dues. And then the other thing is to adhere to the Lions Club code of ethics and conduct at Lions Club meetings and functions, which is all the respectful civility that we all like and we all enjoy and appreciate. So just those two things. And other than that, you're not obligated to show up to any Lions events. We encourage you to do so, but you're not obligated. But the more you put in, the more you feel part of the organization, the more camaraderie you develop with other Lions, and the more you get out of it too.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And this holiday festival weekend gives us a great opportunity to do just that, to continue building that camaraderie, showing our presence in the community and having fun with our citizens in Easton, and contributing to one of the things that I think it makes Easton a unique and enjoyable place to live.
Absolutely. That's one great way to discover Easton. Now, what are the dates of the festival?
The Friday night event that we're doing in conjunction with Oaks Ames Memorial Hall is Friday evening, December 1st. And then day one of the holiday festival is Saturday, December 2nd, with Sunday, December 3rd being the final day of the event.
Wow. So you should be able to take one of those days or times and check it out, right?
Sure.
So
Just come down and see what's going on and bring friends and family, and you won't be
Yes.
disappointed.
No, not at all. It's fantastic. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention about the Lions Club itself, or have we touched a lot of the things that you want to
I
talk
think
about?
we've covered a lot of ground. I don't want to overly exhaust people
Okay.
about the Lions, but
Yeah, but it's great.
come visit us. You know, you are most welcome, and we look forward to a happy and successful holiday festival.
Yes, definitely.
And happy holidays to everyone.
Yes, happy holidays to everyone. And until next time, I'll see you on Discover Easton.